Loud Talkers. On this channel, we call out narcissists, expose manipulators, and break down their lies. Let's get into it.
Baby, it don't take 10 days. That's what I'm saying. For a grown man, it doesn't take 10 days for him to know what he wants. That's why I said Miss Season should have never waited 2 years to get a title. You understand what I'm saying? Or 2.5 years to get a title. No way you should have to wait that long to get a title. A man knows what he wants. What did our grandmother tell us? A man knows what he wants when? From the beginning. Okay, he know what his intentions are with you. He know if he want to keep you in a box or if he want to explore a little bit more with you. Okay, he knows that. All right. So, we got and take this picture right here, girl. You know, I'm gonna put this up too, child. I'm gonna take this picture. So we got let me put this picture up that I just stole. Hold on. So we are going to be talking about Miss Season. Okay, we're going to be talking about Miss Season and what's been going on her page over there. Now, this is just my opinion. So let me just go on and put this scroll up to say everything I said in my mouth is allegedly. Okay, so listen, this is all allegedly. I'm not trying to bash or shame nobody, but if it comes out that way, that's their own interpretation. But I'm going to say what I got to say. Okay, so listen. So Miss Season has been subbing Robert on her page. I don't care what she got to say because we know what she said in this video that, I don't have nothing bad to say about him. Okay, we don't care nothing about that because we've been seeing things for our own. We have sat back for the last couple of days and we have been watching things and we have noticed things that I don't think that you guys have noticed. So where do I start first? First of all, we are going to talk about the subbing, okay, that she has been doing to Robert, and then we're going to go into why we feel that she's been doing this subbing to Robert, okay? And then we're going to talk about her reactions to Robert's supporters, because baby, you're going to be surprised in what we didn't pay attention and caught on to, baby. You hear me? See, y'all already trying to spill the tea already. I see y'all down in the comments trying to spill the tea already, but I'm going to act like I ain't sanked it, okay? I'm going to act like I ain't sanked it. All right, so of course, like this young lady, Robert and Clover, okay, let me just put it up. They met each other, like somebody said in the comments, a little over 10 days ago on the Jailbirds platform. What's his name? The one that got locked up. 2K, met him on 2K show, okay? And ever since then, they have been locked in, eyes locked, and everything. And one thing I can say about body language is, we'll tell you in a minute. However, let's talk about the subliminals that Miss Season has been making on her page, okay? So she has definitely went back and started, this is clip 2. Let me go get clip 1, I'm sorry. Let me go back and get clip 1 because I did not get clip 1. This is this a clip 1? No, wait a minute, this is not clip 1. This is clip 2. Oh, this is clip 1. Let me put clip 1 up on the screen. Now, when she did this post long time ago, we actually came out of our mouths and said that she was referring to her relationship with Robert, okay? And I don't think anybody believed us, but take a listen to what she had to say. This was done over a year ago, and she's referencing it today. She says, this clip is from 1 year ago. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Why I'm bringing this back up? Well, I used to go live and talk relationship healing, gaslighting, manipulation, boundaries, and narcissism. I've been asked so many times, Miss Season, when are you bringing that back? So here I am, not in a live, but in a new rhythm. Season strategy is about bite-sized truth that helps you identify the patterns, trust your gut, and respond, not react. Real healing isn't always loud. Sometimes it's soft. Sometimes it's silent, but it's always intentional. I didn't lose my voice. I refined it, and now I'm sharing it one clip at a time. I want you to pay attention to the clips that she's choosing to share, one clip at a time, okay? I want y'all to drink this tea as you listen to Miss Season talk about what she herself has experienced, okay? Here we go. Listen up.
So if you guys are in a relationship, man or woman, and you feel that somebody's playing games with you, somebody's playing with your emotions, mentally trying to abuse you or do anything of that sort, just leave. It may hurt you in the beginning, but it's good to hurt for a short amount of time than to have a lifetime of hurt. That's the one thing, right? You have to have a strong mind. And yes, you do. And I'm ruled by my mind. I'm not ruled by my emotions. I'm not an emotional person. I'm calm. I know how, when I have conflict or disagreements, I know how to sit down and try to have open two-way communication, allow the other person to be able to put themselves in my shoes and vice versa. But honey, if somebody playing with your mind, we got to stop saying somebody played with our mind and emotionally or mentally abused. Because you go. If nobody's holding you against your will, leave.
Okay. So that was done, like I said, a year ago. Okay. A year ago that she said that. That's her part one. Now, the video was much, much longer, but she has elected to only share minute-long clips. Some of them may be 2 minutes long, but she has elected to share these small little clips with her audience. There's a picture that she is painting, honey, and we're going to listen to it. So here's clip number 2 of Miss Season speaking her mind. Now, on this one right here, this clip, she says, gaslighting, disrespect, and emotional control. When someone keep pushing your buttons, hoping that you'll lose cool, that's not love. That's manipulation. That's gaslighting. That's control. And the moment you react, they play the victim. But here's the strategy. You don't have to attend every argument you invited to. You don't have to defend your truth to someone committed to misunderstanding you. And you don't have to sacrifice your peace just to prove a point. The disrespect stops where your boundaries begin. Bite-sized truth to help you identify the patterns. Trust your gut and respond, not react. Strategy season is the one choosing. Okay, now listen. We're going to continue these, and then we're going to tell you how LaTruth supporters caught on to some of these subliminals. Now, let me say this before I move on, right? Miss Season was saying this. A lot of people probably was lost in the sauce and didn't know what she was talking about. But the person that she's talking about, they know. They know. They know exactly what she's talking about. See, what she's trying to say is you don't have to come out here on this here internet and drag someone for hurting you or putting you through it. You don't have to do that, right? She's saying you can be calm, cool, collective, and still speak your piece without dragging the one that hurt you, okay? Take a listen to the next clip in which she said strategy number 2.
When you start doubting yourself and questioning yourself, saying, well, dang, am I overreacting? Because, sometimes people, when they gaslight, they'll tell you one thing and then they'll come back and then they'll try to shower you with gifts and love and all this stuff. And then they give you just enough so you can hold on to it. So that gives you fuel to just continue to stay in and say, well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe you start second guessing yourselves. So don't second guess yourself. Well, the first signs that you see that a person is trying to mentally affect you, you can have a conversation with them, but if that behavior continues, then just go and bounce. Just get on up out of there. Don't even stay in that situation. But yeah, definitely, Hercules, yes, a man to check out. No lies told. You can get more beets with honey than you do vinegar. So oftentimes we have to learn how to speak, and it's not an easy thing to do. It does take practice, because sometimes we know that men can they'll get on our nerves, and we just be ready to cuss them out. Not curse them, but cuss them out. So trust me, we all have been there, but we just have to, if you want to get a man's attention, the best way to lose a man is to be disrespectful. That's the best way to lose him. To call him out of his name, to do things to intentionally hurt a person's reputation. Men gonna check out from that. And I always say this to my girlfriends and to my friends: when you lose your cool, you lose that man. So no matter how angry you are, you can still get your point across without calling someone every name up under the sun.
Okay. So again, that's her strategy number 2. So basically, she said, who is that? This is Miss Season. This is LaTruth's ex, whatever you want to call a girlfriend, boo thing, side chick, sidekick, jump off, whatever we calling her. This is his ex. Okay. He's moved on, honey. He's moved on. And she is really now speaking out because she see he's moving. Okay. Why? Because she basically said, it doesn't matter. I'm going to always love him. I'm going to always cherry him. I'm going to always respect him. Okay. She feels again that she can come out here and speak her mind without having to call him out his name, without having to say he's a narcissist, a gaslighter, a manipulator, without having to say he hurt her and mentally abused her. She doesn't want to say any of that. Why? Because she's afraid of his supporters, baby. But y'all, we got some tea in a minute to spill about those very loyal supporters. Now, I know they probably listen to me, and I know they know what didn't happen to them, but we're going to get to that in a minute. Okay, let's continue. So again, she was just dropping little subliminal after subliminal after subliminal. All right, let's listen to, she said, for those interested in the full context of the video. So she shared the full video the other day, but we're not going to listen to the full video. So she continued on, let's get to the one, Okay, this one right here. This one was done, when was this? July the 1st, which was 2 days ago, okay? She said, the vibe always exposes the truth before the words do, okay? And then she hashtag sealed the deal, hashtag celebratory dinner, and then hashtag energy never lies, okay? Now, what would you guys think she meant when she made that post? What do you guys tell me in the comments? The vibe always exposes the truth before the words do. Huh? The vibe always exposes the truth before the words do. What do you think she meant? Thank you, Candy, for the super chat. She says, girl, you got all that knowledge and still got played. Joke's on you, Sugar. Thank you, baby girl. Appreciate you. She already knew. So when she said the vibe always exposes the truth, right? That's not a harmful post, right? You think that's quite innocent, right? Like, the vibe always exposes the truth before the words do. Well, 2, not 1, but 2, y'all. 2, hashtag 2. Everybody hashtag 2. 2 in the comments, please. Hashtag 2. 2 of LaTruth's loyal hardcore supporters, the top 2, jumped in her comments yesterday. Honey, let me pull up the proof. Let me pull up the proof. 2 of her loyal hardcore supporters jumped in her comments yesterday asking her, what did she mean? Now, I don't understand why they would ask her what she meant, because I wouldn't have thought anything by this comment. Would you? Would you guys have thought anything? The vibe always exposes the truth. Would you guys have thought anything about that comment? Let me know. The vibe always exposes the truth. Would you guys have thought anything? I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have thought anything. However, hold on, let me put this one up. And let me put this one up. However, 2 of her loyal supporters jumped in her inbox. Not inbox, I'm sorry. Under her comment saying, what did you mean by that? Well, guess what she did? After they left comments up under this post, it was this one, y'all. She blocked them. Byron, Lysandra Wheeler, and Terry Dow got blocked yesterday not yesterday, I'm sorry, July 1, 2 days ago, by Miss Season. Now, y'all know these are some diehard, real supporters. Now, I know they listening to me. Well, they can't say I'm lying. She blocked them. Now, why in the world would Miss Season block them over a post as friendly and harmless as this? All she said was what? The vibe always exposes the truth before the words do. That's all she said. That's all she said. She didn't say nothing more or nothing less. She blocked them. She blocked Lysandra Wheeler. Okay? Lysandra probably out there threatening me now. When I see her, I'm going to punch in her face. Okay, all right. Until the end, she blocked your ass. Why did Miss Season block you? Wasn't you Miss Team Season? She was Miss Team Season before this block. She also blocked the other little boy that, live in the group home. She blocked Terry. Now, why would she block him? Huh? Somebody tell me. Penny Wheat says, personally, I'm glad that Wrinkle Fingers is feeling lovesick over there, over Lestat. She deserves all the heartache she may feel. I have absolutely no sympathy for a woman like her. Girl, I agree. I absolutely agree. And thank you for saying it in a super chat. I appreciate you, love, every day, all day. So why in the world would she block her top dogs over a post just as simple as this? Did this post warrant a block, Miss Season? Huh? All they asked you is, what do you mean? Or who are you referring to? You didn't want to tell them, Miss Season. Miss Season. Why did you block Lysandra? What did she do to you? Why did you block Terry? What did he do to you? Well, my own opinion, you guys. Well, I believe she blocked them because she knows that if she says anything out of the way to them on her channel, that they will drag her on her channel. And she don't want that, okay? She want to be able to make her subliminals, say what she want to say, throw her little subs, and she wants to be able to get away with it. Miss Season know what she doing, okay? She knows what she's doing. Leave her alone. Let her speak her truth at her own pace. Okay? Now, a lot of people are like getting up on her comments. Oh, let me reveal this one. People are getting up on her comments saying things like, I know they trying to get you out of your character, but hold the line. Hold the line. Is this one it right here? It says, if men bring you to that point, then it's best he gone on about his business, because a gentleman won't allow you to get in your feelings to the point you want to cuss him out and call him out of his name. Now, that was to her number 2 post, right? Her number 2 little narcissistic strategy of her expressing herself, right? She says, you would be surprised how many men and women get wrapped up in these emotional games. It's not always loud as most believe. It's silent and slow, oftentimes, and happens over time, is what Miss Season says. Honey, we hear you, girl. We hear you loud and clear. So what she's saying is, it's not always the men that come out and want to argue with you back and forth, loud and cuss you out. Some of these men do it silently. They play mind games with you silently. They fuck you mentally. Y'all remember when Brianna came out and said she felt like LaTruth mind fucked her? Y'all remember her saying that? Y'all remember when Brianna came out and was like, he just like to play mind games. He mind fuck you. See, Bri came out and just said it just straight out. So Miss Season is not saying it straight out. She basically saying there are men and women out here, honey, that will get you wrapped up in these emotional games. It's not always loud, and she said, as most believe. It's silent and slow, oftentimes, and happens over time. It does, Miss Season. You're not incorrect. She's not incorrect about that at all, okay? They will play with your mind if you let them. If you're so vulnerable and you let them, yeah, they will play with your mind. But you got to be swift on your feet when it comes to these guys like that, honey. She just got, taken advantage of, right? I ain't even gonna say she got taken advantage of because she's too goddamn old to be getting taken advantage of. Okay, that's why she's showing that she's glowing and everything now because she's like, I can't believe I let this ninja, after everything I've seen on this here internet, I went to bat for him, and I can't believe I allowed him to get me to this point. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay. Oh, I already read that one right there, honey. Let's go back. Let's take that one down because I've already read that one. Let's put up the one. Okay, hold on. Let's put this one back up where she told them the men played mind games. But she said another one that that got my attention. She said, let's grab it right quick. Was it this one? I think it was oh yeah. Sometimes you gotta go through it to get to it. Okay. Now she's dropping all these little gems on her page. Okay. Sometimes you gotta go through it to get to it. And she got checkmate. Okay. Now I'm gonna assume that she's basically saying you gotta go through the pain to be able to get over it. Okay, something you do. Every woman that has been hurt had to go through it to get to the other side. It wasn't no easy thing. It wasn't no snap your finger and all the pain was gone. No, sometimes you had to hurt, baby. You had to really, really hurt. Hurt in a way that you lose weight, hair fall out. You know what I'm saying? Acne in your face. You can't sleep at night. Bags up under your eyes, baby. You went through it, okay? You got to go through it in order to go through it, to get to it, is what she said. And sometimes you do. In most relationships that end with somebody being hurt, they got to go through it, baby. They going through the emotions. They going through it, and it hurt, baby, and it's painful. She's speaking out on her page. And who's being nosy about it? Well, Miss Lysandra Wheeler is one of them, and then Terry Dow, and she's sick of that shit. She's sick of them getting up under her comments, asking questions like, who you talking about? Are you talking about LaTruth? And some people have even got up under her comments and saying, see, there you go. You trying to bring shit to the internet just like Brianna. Why don't you just walk away? Why don't you just leave it alone? She already knows that she cannot come out and say what she really wants to say. She's saying it, but she's saying it very subtle. She's not going to do a Brie, y'all. She's not going to come out and cuss Robert out. She's not going to come out and totally expose him. But guess who knows what she's doing? Robert does. Okay, Robert does. Lampo, what you say? She said now she sees the shit Brie went through wasn't funny after all. Exactly, Lampo. She sees it. She sees it. She absolutely sees it. But she still wants to classify herself as being classy, right? So she's not going to do it the way Brianna did it. She's like, no, that's tasteless. I want to be able to speak my mind. I want to be able to release this that's on my chest. I want to be able to release it. But how can I without getting attacked? And how can I and keep my cool? So slowly but surely, she's making little subliminals here and there on her platform. And 2 people caught on to it. Now, I do believe that more than 2 people caught on to it, right? I believe it was more than Lysandra. I believe it was more than Terry. I believe that they're actually talking about it on the back end, right? But I believe that they're not saying anything, or they're being told not to say anything. However, I believe because Miss Lysandra and Terry is just disobedient, I believe that's why they came out saying what they saying, because they like, fuck that. I'm going to ask her, who the hell are you talking about? Because if you think for one moment that you're going to come out on Robert, well, you got another thing coming, okay? That is what I truly believe, okay? Now, here's another comment. Let's put this one up right here, you guys. This one right here says, this one right here says, oh no, I just read that one. I think it's this one. It says, Rico, whoever, says, I was in the trenches with you last night, and I must say, you held your own. The real Miss Season, I was definitely typing too. Them evil people want to see you break your silence and cause a war between you and Robert. I love watching y'all interactions. I know you will handle everything with class, but please leave them evil people where they are. Sending you love and peace. Here go Miss Season. There's no silence to break, and my personal business is just that. I don't run the social media with my business. So basically, what she's trying to say is she's not going to start no war with Robert. Not that y'all know of. She's not going to come out here cussing Robert out and throwing him up under the bus. That's not what she's going to do. But Robert knows what she's talking about. She is having a war with him. It's called a silent war. He knows. Miss Season knows exactly what she's doing. Okay? He knows. He knows what it is. He know. Don't think for one moment. That's why they have unfollowed each other. However, I do believe he goes for her page, and I believe she going to his. They stalking each other content. So Miss Rika McConnell, don't worry about it. She's not gonna come out here and throw him up under the bus and ride over his head with an 18-wheeler. That's not what she's gonna do. She's gonna do it silently and painfully. She's going to guilt trip him, okay? And that's what she's doing. She is trying to guilt trip him. He knows what the hell she's talking about. Y'all ain't got to worry about another Brianna, honey. Brianna just put it on the floor, okay? She just put it on the floor. But Miss Season is going to do it subtly, okay? All right? You have to understand. It ain't no war. She says, my personal business is just that. I don't run the social media with my business. She's not going to run the social media and tell y'all she's hurt, okay? She's not going to come here and say that he broke her little heart, right? She's not going to say that. But trust and believe, when she see pictures like this and like this and like this, it bothers her spirit. So she's trying to pretend that she's happy. And that's why she's posting pictures like this, okay? And also walking on the sand and having connections with the earth. Because every time he posts pictures like this, it pisses her off, okay? And that is why she blocked Lysandra, and that is why she blocked Terry, okay? Don't come up under her comments asking her who you talking about. Because if you can't read between the lines, then stay the fuck off her page, okay? Now, what I'm going to do, my messy ass, I'm going to play a video. The video we've already heard time and time again of her saying, well, before I play that video, before I play this here video where she's saying that she'll marry him and that Brianna defiled the marriage, right? I asked ChatGPT, what does this look mean, their vibe, their connection, the way he look at her, because we know for a fact that he did not look at Miss Season in that manner, okay? We know that. Let's put up some photos right quick of how he looked at Miss Season. Give me a second because I think I got those screenshotted. Yes, I do. Okay, let me put up some photos right quick before we get into breaking down what that look means that he has with her. Hold on one second. I want to do this one and this one. Okay, let's put up this one right quick. Where is it at? Oh, sorry. I gotta bring it out first. All right, here you go. So it's not that he's never looked at Miss Season in her eyes, but it's a different look. It's a different look. The way he looked at, okay, I want to show you again. Look at the way he's looking at Clover, the violentist. Okay, look how he looks at her. He looks at her with happiness and smile and admiration. Okay, look how he looks at Miss Season. Hold on, let me take this down and let's put Miss Season up. He looks at her, right, as playful, like it's just a joke. Or, you know, he all right with her. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I get out of that, right? I get out of more playful. This is more of a skit or a game. That's what I get out of it. Further looking at her like, girl, I could sop you up with a whole biscuit right about now, girl. If you was motherfucking a biscuit, man, I'd take a biscuit and I'd sop your ass right on up. You hear me? Admiration, baby. So let's read off what ChatGPT said. ChatGPT, whatever Chat's name is, ChatCGP said about their connection. Okay, hold on. Now I ain't talking to ChatGPT. I just wrote ChatGPT, so it's a difference. You got some people in here talking about it. All right, so here is what ChatGPT said about the way they are admire, and they admired each other, baby. Connection. Can we say hashtag connection in the comments? Okay, so she said, Miss Season said, that woman don't do nothing but lie. Terry is my biggest supporter. Then why when we went yesterday after she did the screenshot, after they went up on under her comments asking, who are you talking about? Why did we put Terry name in there and it wasn't in there? And why did we put Miss Lysandra name in there and it wasn't in there? She blocked both of them. And then she said that woman don't do nothing but lie and Terry is one of her biggest supporters. Why she didn't say that about Miss Lysandra? Is Miss Lysandra not one of your biggest supporters? Huh? Why did you delete their comments yesterday then, Miss Season? Why did you delete their comments asking, who are you talking about? Why did she do that? Why would she do that? She went back and deleted their comments, Terry's and Miss Lysandra, asking, go on there and look. Yes, she erased it. Thank you, Candy. Thank you. Why would she erase it? He's one of her biggest supporters. Why would she erase it? Now, even if he's not blocked right now, because she probably just unblocked him. Somebody go find out for me. Somebody go check and see, can you put his name in there? And if you can, send me a screenshot of you being able to put his name in there. Because if he ain't blocked now, she temporarily blocked him. She temporarily blocked him. Okay? Anyway, let's get into what ChatGPT said about the way these two look at each other. Yeah, baby. Hold on. She can say whatever she want to say. She just don't think we peeping shit. It says, there's a soft power in their connection. He's locked in. Eyes focused solely on her, not just watching, but admiring. The way he leans in and smiles says, I see you, I respect you, and I'm proud of you. She, on the other hand, is confident in her element, holding her violin like a queen with her crown, but still catching his gaze with a flirtatious smile that says, I know you watching me. They are clearly in sync. His body language is open and relaxed. Hers is playful and expressive. No tension, no awkwardness, just mutual energy, artistic respect, and maybe even a little spark. Is given power couple in the making. Creative synergy and peaceful chemistry all in one shot, baby. You hear me? You hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Now, let me tell you what it says when a man look you in your eyes, okay? Because, I mean, a lot of men won't look you in your eyes because they're too, either they just playing games and shit or whatever. All right, she said her following list is private. Oh, so you went, it's private now? Anyway, but it pulled up some other names yesterday or the day before yesterday. When a man look you in your eyes, all right, now this is based on a confident man, all right? It means, it signifies confidence, interest, attraction, respect, and sincerity, okay? Now, of course, we know manipulative men knows how to catch on to that type of shit too, all right? They can mimic stuff like that. But for the most part, if a man can look you dead in the eyes, if y'all can look at each other eye to eye, it means interest, attraction, respect, sincerity, and confident. Confident, he's secure and not afraid of being seen. His interest and attraction, direct eye contact often means he's into you. Respect, he sees you as his equal and values your presence. Sincerity, he wants you to know he's being real and present, okay? Oftentimes you'll see a man and he can't even if he look at your eyes just slightly, he'll look away, right? Because he doesn't want you to read him. Men are afraid that you're going to see through him, through his eyes. And most of the times you can. If you look a person in their eyes, it tells a lot about them and they know that. So a lot of people will look away. They'll look at you. And if you look back at them, they will drop their eyes or they will look away because they don't want you to know what's on their mind or what they're thinking, or they feel like looking into their eyes will reveal them. They are, or they are intimidated by you. You hear me? So sometimes a man will look away real fast, look away, look down, right? But if he continues to look at you after you look at him and y'all eyes connect, that's mutual respect, mutual interest. He's not afraid. He feels comfortable. He feels like he's in his element. Okay? And he wants you to know I'm being real, I'm being present, and I am being sincere. I respect you as my equal. I value your presence. I'm not insecure around you. I feel safe. I feel confident. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't do that with Season. He looked at Miss Season as if he was out of his element, right? He did not want Miss Season, in my opinion, to get too hooked on him because he knew what it was from the beginning. He knew it wasn't going to be a long-term type thing. He saw it as business. Miss Season saw it as something else, okay? With this young lady, you can already tell he's interested. Now, whether they moving toward a relationship or not, he's absolutely interested. He looks at her with admiration, even when she's not looking. He's looking at her with admiration. He's feeling her. Okay? Okay? Now, even though we know LaTruth posted a lot of videos of her in Miss Season, of him and Miss Season together, right? A lot of videos. But has he ever did this? A side by side? LaTruth and the Clover, the violinist? Has he ever said LaTruth and Miss Season? Huh? On a side-by-side photo together? No, the interest was never there. The interest was never there, okay? He knew that was not what he wanted. Now, this young lady right here, the violinist, is more of his speed, okay? We all know he loved yellow, not yellow, but young, highly, bright, let's say bright-skinned women, okay? That's a preference. That's a preference he has. There's nothing wrong with his preference. There's some people that don't like light-skinned men. There's some people that don't like dark-skinned people. He loved high yellow, okay? Attractive females, but he more so loved younger women. Now, she stated yesterday on a live that she was 34 years old. He's 44. He never wanted a woman that was old enough to be his mama or grandmama or great aunt. He never wanted that. He is not attractive. Let's do the math, okay? When he got with Sierra had a big forehead just like this. I mean, I'm not calling her forehead big, but I'm just saying exposed, all right? Exposed forehead. Wore her hair off her head, like in a ponytail. He was attracted to that. Sierra was a pretty girl before she had 16 kids and stomach all out of whack and just, whatever. But anyway, he was attracted to that. Then Brianna, same thing, high yellow, young, 11 years older than him. He was attracted to that, okay? Miss Season, I think that the only reason why he went forward with Miss Season because I think she was a bugaboo, and some of his supporters are actually calling her bugaboos without calling her bugaboos. They're just saying stuff like, I'm Team Clover because her expectation was too high for you. I showed y'all that the other day. If I need to bring it back up, I will, okay? But they basically said, I'm Team Clover because Miss Season expectations was too high and ain't nobody got time for that shit, okay? All right? So Miss Season, in my opinion, wanted to take it further. Robert never wanted to take it further, but a single man just coming out of a relationship he already hurt. She was giving away free coochie coupons or whatever, and he just took one. You know understand what I'm saying? And he just looked at it like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and play in the coochie as long as she will allow me to, okay? She seemed like a woman that would have allowed him to cheat on her, disrespect her, and do those things, and she would stay, okay? We heard out her own mouth on a video, which I am about to play, where she basically stated, you can do the things you want to do, and I won't even say nothing because I want you that bad. Well, she didn't exactly say that. I'll let y'all hear it for yourself. But when I heard it, that's what it came off to me is, you know what, I will allow you to go out and do whatever it is you want to do as long as I can keep you as my man, okay? So we're going to listen to some of the videos from, now I know y'all just heard this before, but I'm going to play it again and again and again if I have to, okay? But this is, in my opinion, one of the reasons why Robert ran away, okay? I believe he ran away because Miss Season was not a challenge for him. Okay, let me just say that right quick. Miss Season was not a challenge for him. A man does not want a woman that will allow him to play her, okay? To play in her face, to not put a title on it. Now, this young lady right here, Miss Clover, if she gave him the time of the day, I guarantee you they will be married in less than a year. Do you hear me? Because he will ask her. Because a man, a real man, knows what he wants when he sees it. He know it. He know what he wants. He know right now, even though they only been knowing each other for 10 days, if she showed him the same interest as he's showing her, they will start dating. And guess what? He will ask her to marry him in less than 1 year. Okay. Now, Miss Season said they have been together for 2 years, right? And she never got the title. The reason why she didn't get the title, she wasn't enough competition for him. She just wasn't. She wasn't confident enough. She didn't put her foot down enough. She basically did anything this man wanted her to do. Okay? All right? I'm telling you, a woman is designed to be chased, not she does the chasing. Don't no man want no woman out there chasing him, no matter what type of bullshit they say out of their mouths. They don't want that. They don't want a woman begging and pleading for the fucking title. They don't want that. And that's what you're doing. That's why you're not married. Okay? That's why you're not married, because you're doing a chasing. A man want a woman not just to be soft and not argumentative. He wants a woman that's confident and will walk the fuck up out of his life if he ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing. Okay? But when a woman stay and allow a man to play in her face over and over and over again, guess what? She will stay in the friend zone for 2.5 years plus. Okay? Okay? I'm letting you know. All right, let's listen.
We've been friends for a long time. And if I must say, it wasn't a. Since let me help you out for a moment and just kind of backtrack. With Robert, it was a heart thing. Because when I met Robert, it was a very touchy time. So you know, thank you. It's a heart thing. You know, and I always carry him in my heart, no matter what. It's never been a thing of be together or we're not going to be together or whatever. Because I still have love for him. I still love him, and I know. When I first met Robert, the Holy Spirit just touched me. Lord knows I wouldn't say this. But when I first met Robert was like a fragile. He still had the strength of a man, but he was fragile. It was almost like somebody who had PTSD, like someone who had been abused. And I didn't want to say that, but the Holy Spirit touched me to say it. But he always showed the strength of a man. And I've never seen him down or crying or anything like that. But when I met him, which was November of 2022, when I met him November 2022, he was very fragile. And I embraced him. And that's something hard to say about. Because it's been, let me go here. Because it's been a long time. It's been many months. That we were locked up behind closed doors in the trenches, baby. Okay? That when nobody knew. After November 2022, November 2022, let's get that clear, because I did not know that man prior to November 2022, but I think I met him.
You see how she says we was down in the trenches? She says it as if he owes her something. We were down in the trenches. We were down in the trenches. You was down in the trenches and you still didn't get the man. They were down in the trenches and she still lost him. He still did not provide a title for her. So why tell people you were down in the trenches? Because you being down in the trenches did not change nothing. It didn't make him want her more. It didn't make him even want her. Not with a title. Down in the trenches, you're telling, and she says, I don't tell people my personal business. But what is she doing? Okay, what is she doing? She says she don't come out here and tell her personal business. Oh, where's the one she said she don't tell her personal business? Anyway, I put that one down. But she don't tell people her personal business. Then what is she doing? Is she not telling her personal business? Let's continue.
So
So
let's be
let's be
clear.
clear.
And if he
And
ever
if he
needs
ever
me, I'm
needs me,
there.
I'm there.
No matter
No
what. I
matter
don't
what.
care
I
if
don't
I
care if
moved
I
on,
moved
if I
on,
got
if I got
married.
married.
I don't care
I
what the
don't care what the
situation
situation
is.
is.
If he
If
ever
he
needs
ever
me,
needs
I'm
me, I'm
there.
there.
Okay?
Okay?
I'm there.
I'm there.
Like I've
Like
always
I've
been.
always been.
Now, I do believe that she would drop everything that she's doing or whoever she's with to get back with him, but that's not who he wants, okay? He's showing who he wants. He's showing who he wants. He's showing who he's interested in. This man can't drive 3 hours to go see his daughter and grandchild, but this man got on a whole flight to go visit her and be at her house and be with her. Now, you know, he was just saying not a month or two ago, he was scared of planes flying out falling out the sky. Well, right here is saying, I'll risk it all for her. He got on dead on a motherfucking flight and flew to Texas, baby. Flew to Texas. And I live in Texas. Texas ain't no short ass flight. It ain't 30 minutes to get here. It's hours, Buki. It's hours to get here. And he risked it all getting on a flight. He done flew over some water, some houses, some land, and some damn clouds to get here to see who? Somebody that he's interested in. Somebody that he's interested in. Okay. Okay.
So we can
So
hang
we
that
can
up.
hang that up.
So we have our own lives. I'm single till I'm
Till
married.
I'm married.
Now, if he put a ring on it, then I'm his, baby. Trust me, because I would marry him. Y'all want to know?
Y'all want to know?
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
marry
I would
him.
marry him.
Now, a woman that sits there and tell you that she will marry a man after he did not gave her the title for 2.5 years, and she hollering that she'll marry him, and she's even gonna say she don't care who he's with or who she's with, right? If he move on to somebody else, if I move on to somebody else, if he put a ring on it, I will marry him, honey. You hear me? She left the relationship because he would not commit to her. She left the relationship because he told her to stop bugging me. Stop bugging me about a relationship that I don't want to be in with you. She left the relationship because she had no choice. She wanted more. He didn't want to give it to her. She left the relationship. He's with somebody else and it's killing her softly, baby. It is killing her softly. She can't stand this. Because, honey, she's beautiful, she's young, she's talented, she's without that fucking drama shit. She ain't came out here, and I guarantee you, she won't be running no hate pages. She ain't came out here bashing his ex. You understand what I'm saying? She ain't came out here lying and saying, oh, she defiled the bed and she stole this and stole that from him. She's not doing none of that. I doubt if this young lady ever speak on him and his ex relationship, because that's what you call classy right here. That's what you call classy. Classy is a woman that would never put her mouth in a negative way on his ex. That's classy. Not this bullshit right here. No. This is classy. She about her business, okay? They're growing into a friendship. I don't even believe he will be able to. And she said, and she's childbearing. Well, goddamn, Lampo. I was getting there, but you said it. And she's childbearing, okay? Okay? This woman, I don't even think that she'll do it even if he tried to convince her to say something negative about Brianna. She don't give me those vibes. She doesn't. Not this old hag. This old hag was willing to do whatever for the man, and she got it wrong. She ain't a classy bone in her motherfucking body. Okay? But this one right here gives me classy, gives me intelligent, gives me artistic, okay? Gives me beautiful, gives me young, and like our good sis said, Lampo, childbearing. She's 34. She's youthful. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, let's continue.
He's the type of man I would marry. Yes.
She's saying, now what woman says he's the type of man that I would marry before he ever asked her to marry him? Huh? How can you say he's the type of man that I will marry? I will marry when he ain't never even put her in a relationship. There's no way marry should come off her lips with a man that ain't even put a title on their existence. You hear me? You hear me? Yeah, and somebody said she says no to drama. She said this one right here said no to drama too, all while being a drama-filled ass hag. She was on a drama-filled, messy ass hag, hollering, I'm classy. He ain't classy about a messy ass bitch. You hear me? It ain't nothing classy about a messy ass bitch, period.
And we all need work. I ain't saying nothing about it.
Is it echoing for y'all? Somebody just said it's echoing real bad. Is it echoing? Let me know. Because if it is, I need to change browsers. Let me know if it's echoing. Is the video echoing? Because I don't need it to be echoing, honey. I need y'all to hear all this. All this. She said, yes, it's echoing. Why y'all didn't tell me before? Oh, Lord. Oh, I know why it's echoing. Duh. All right, I know why it's echoing. Oops, my bad. I know why it's echoing. Hold on. That's okay. We'll start it over. Y'all should have told me it was echoing. She said, we've been saying that. Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention. It's okay. I know why it's echoing. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Don't worry. Don't worry. I know why it's echoing. You can't do it like that. You got to do it like this. Hold on. All right. I know why it's echoing. See, on Foxfire, you got to do this thing differently. You got to do it like this in order for it to play without the echo. All right. Hold on. Let's start this shit back over. Is it echoing now?
And if I must say, it wasn't a, since, let me help you out for a moment and just kind of backtrack. With Robert, it was a heart thing. Because when I met Robert, it was a very touchy time. So, you know, thank you. It's a heart thing with him, you know? And I always carry him in my heart, no matter what. It's never been a thing of, oh, if we're going to be together or if we're not going to be together or if whatever. Because I still have love for him. I still love him. And I know when I first met Robert, the Holy Spirit just touched me, and Lord knows I was going to say this. But when I first met Robert, Robert was like a fragile. He still had the strength of a man, but he was fragile. It was almost like somebody who had PTSD, like someone who had been abused. And I didn't want to say that, but you know what, the Holy Spirit touched me to say it. But he always showed the strength of a man, and I've never seen him down or crying or anything like that. But when I met him, which was November of 2022, when I met him November 2022, he was very fragile. And I embraced him. And that's something hard to say about, because it's been, let me go here, because it's been a long time. It's been many, many months that we were locked up behind closed doors in the trenches, baby, okay? That when nobody knew. After November 2022, November 2022, let's get that clear, because I did not know that man prior to November 2022, but I think I met him at the right time.
She said she met him at the right time. The right time for what, though? Because he still didn't choose you. He still did not choose you. Do she not get that? She's saying that she met him at the right time. The right time for who? You? Did she meet him at the right time for her? Because he did not choose her. She didn't get picked. Do she not understand that? He didn't pick you. He did not pick you. The right time for who? You?
Let's be clear. And if he ever needs me, I'm there. No matter what. I don't care if I moved on, if I got married. I don't care what the situation is. If he ever needs me.
And who says that? Who says that they don't care?
There.
Who said they don't care if they moved on or they got married? You think another man, a husband, is going to want you to reach back and be there for your ex? Raise your hand if your husband will be okay with you reaching back and being there for a man that you used to be in love with and that you wanted to marry. Jay would look at me like I'm fucking crazy. I can't imagine telling Jay I need to be there for him. He needs me. What man, grown ass man at that, right? What grown ass her age or above man would sit there and allow her to be there for a man that she used to be in love with and wanted to marry. Oh, yeah, all right, I understand that you want to be there for him. Go wipe up his tears. Be there for him. Like, are you kidding me right now? Huh? She said Clover actually looks like a younger version of Season, in my opinion. Well, maybe a much younger version. Yeah, about maybe 25, 30-year younger version. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. And Miss Season is not an unattractive woman. She's not an ugly woman. I've never said that she was ugly. I said the way she did Brie was ugly, but I've never said that she was an ugly woman, right? So, but as we age, we look a little different, and she's just looking aged. That's it. She's looking aged, but that's not what Robert wants. Robert wants something youthful. Robert wants something much youthful. He just does. Look how he's smiling, looking at her. That's just what he wants. Let's just be honest. Men know what they want. A lot of these men out here, especially narcs, they want younger women that they can, have a little control over. They don't want somebody, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see in this video when I continue to play it, like he tries to shut her down in a way to try to get her to stop talking at one point. And he actually have to say it. You know what I'm saying? He actually have to say, give me a minute. Because she don't know when to shut the fuck up. We'll get to that part in a minute. Let me see if I can fast forward it right quick for y'all. I'll come back. He has to tell her, look, because she was just talking too damn much. To the point where he put her ass out the damn camera because she kept fucking talking. Let me see if I can get to it. She kept on talking and he looked at her like, give me a minute. Like, shut the fuck up already. She kept talking and he like, let me take this. Because she kept on. She was all in the comments and shit. And he's like, can you, right here, y'all, right here. Look. Hold on. He gonna tell her, he gonna put her in the back. Watch this.
Viewers.
Oh, wait a minute. It's a little
viewers. All I want to say is to you, negative.
No, it's before that.
Read the Bible from front to back.
Y'all open up a can. Listen, you shouldn't have started.
Right.
He gonna say, give me a minute. Watch.
Started with her. Like y'all gonna learn.
I know the word.
Y'all
So
gonna learn the word.
those are things that.
See, y'all thought. See, not only does she cook, garden, and all.
Watch this.
She knows the word.
Well, that's between him. That's his business. But he knows what he wanted to do. So
He knows what he wanted. It wasn't you.
once the marriage bed is defiled, the marriage is over. Okay?
Right here, he's getting ready to tell her to shut the fuck up in so many words. Watch this.
Keep that in mind. Once the man gives the woman a sign of divorcement, it's
Listen,
over.
go read the Bible. Just go read the Bible.
Those are my last 2 points on that because I don't want to talk about that. That's
That's
not.
it. Just go
I don't want to
read
care.
it.
I don't care anything about
Go
that.
read the Bible. And if you need an
Right,
interpreter, get someone to interpret it for you, okay? All right.
Right. She says, my uncle is a pastor. He said that too. When adultery comes,
Wait a minute, it's coming.
the marriage is over. Exactly.
What's up, sis? What's going on with you?
It's coming, y'all.
Look, Tanya. Happy.
When are the negative people gonna get
Thank
one?
you.
This is what I want to say.
Right here.
I'm not the one.
He's like, hold on. Did you hear him? Hold on, because she kept running her fucking mouth. He's like, hold on. Look. She wouldn't shut up. Look at her.
Get someone to interpret it for you, okay? All right.
Right. She says, my uncle is a pastor. He said that too. When
And
adultery
see, he tried to put his fucking elbow in the way. She didn't get that. She didn't get the elbow thing. She didn't catch on to that. Not at all. Look.
about the marriage is over. Exactly.
What's up, sis? What's going on with you?
Yes. Look, Tanya. Happy.
When are the negative people gonna get one?
Thank you.
This is what I want to say. For the negative.
I'm not the one.
And then my thing is, if he's sitting up there talking and saying, this is what I want to say for the negative viewers, why is she still talking anyway? I'm not the one. Just a messy bitch. I'm not the one. Oh, the two. You damn sure ain't the one because you ain't it, honey. This it right here, honey. He don't want you. He never did. He don't look at you like that. He never did. We tried to tell you. You didn't listen. He never wanted you. Clover is beautiful. Very glowing, honey. She glows, baby. And he sees that. He never wanted you. You was just there for the moment. Understand your place in a man's life and stop acting like it's more than what it is. If a man ain't told you in 2 years, less than that really, but really 2 years that y'all are a couple and you still hanging on, that's your fucking fault, not his. Y'all know I don't even like Robert, and I'm not blaming Robert for doing shit to this girl. Nothing. Because it's her own fault. She's the one that stood around to get her fucking heart broken. She's way older than him. Way older than him. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so normally I wouldn't do this, y'all, but this is for Rose. I'm doing this for you, Rose. I'm doing this for you. Rose sent me something, so I'm gonna stop it right here, and I'm gonna play what she sent me, and then I'm going to go back into what I'm talking about. I mean, it does have something to do with this, but I got to download it. Hold on. How do I get it? Okay, right.
Y'all, and I remember.
So she wants to show me that not only am I seeing, not only am I noticing that his vibe with Miss Clover is on point. Okay, this is a screen record, I guess, of Lupa. Is this? Hold on, let me find out who this is. Shit. Hold on 1 second. Let me find out who this is. Yeah, Lupa. This is a screen record of Lupa. Hold on 1 second. Allow. And they are noticing the vibe between him and Clover as well. Okay. All right. Listen up. Listen up. Now, normally I wouldn't stop what I'm doing to because I got my flow. I got my whole deck laid out. So this is gonna be the one and only one that I do. Okay. So if y'all send me something else, it's gonna have to be on next show or something like that. Or maybe if it's very, very, very important, I'll show it. But let me just interrupt right quick and play this one. This is Lupa. Speaking of their connection, okay? That we ain't the only ones that see what's going on, okay? Here you go.
Specifically, when I think it was the first video they made, and he was saying, make sure y'all go follow Clover the violinist. He's the dopest violinist I know. And she said, I'm that dope. And he was like, yeah, you that dope. I'm that dope. Look, you say, yeah, you that dope. Listen, the real ones know what time it is, baby. We can see, we can see what's going on. Let me stop though, but if she's definitely giving smitten, y'all. I ain't trying to push no narrative. Y'all know those people out there do enough of that, okay? But I do believe that is, I can't even say it with a straight face. I can't to say it's strictly business when I don't know. We can only go off of what they say, right? We can only go off of what they say. I'll say it's business, but she definitely submit that LaTruth charm is all over her. Okay, it's all in the eyes, baby. We can see it. We can see it. Talking about I met this man personally, touching all on his arms. I know him in real life. Okay, girl. All right, do your big one. Let me play. Do your big one, Clover.
I have discernment. Like, I'm an adult, I'm grown, we're good. So thank you, but no thank you. I don't need your warnings. I don't need your advice. I don't need your help. I don't need any of that. We're just cool people. We're cool. We're just trying to make good music. That's it. That's all. That's all.
Ooh. Y'all know what comes with good music, baby. To her channel. I tagged her.
She said, y'all know what come with good music, baby making. Okay. Now I have to agree with her. She is definitely smitten, and he is definitely alert, alarmed, and knows what he sees is beautiful, and he is loving it. Okay. So I do agree. We may not agree on a lot of shit, but I absolutely agree with what she just said. Okay. So wait a minute. Is it another one? Oh, well, hold on. It looks like it's another one. Hold on.
He was real comfortable, y'all. And I remember specifically when I think it was the first video they made, and he was saying, make sure y'all go follow Clover the violinist.
Oh, it's the same one?
It's violinist, I know.
Oh, okay. It's the same one. I'm sorry. You sent it twice. Okay, sorry about that. I think she just sent the same one twice. No, I agree with her. She said that's under the post. Okay. I agree with her. All right. I agree with her. I think, is it the same one? I think you sent me the same one. Yeah. All right, so I agree with her, okay, wholeheartedly. I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see that there is wait a minute, hold on. What is this? Okay, thank you. Okay, let me get back to my video, you guys. But I definitely agree with what she's saying as far as they see the interest there. Now she's saying she don't want to push no narrative, but you know, we do a little things different over here. We call a spade a motherfucking spade. If we see it as a spade, we gonna call it a spade. So let's get back to where he was trying to tell her to shut the fuck up, but she wouldn't shut up. You know, even though he put his elbow in front of her, she was still running her mouth because ain't shit classy about her. She was trying to be a boss bitch, and he was trying to tell her to shut the fuck up, and she wasn't shutting up. Okay, so he had to tell her, wait. So he had to tell her that in order to get her to shut the fuck up. Okay, all right, here we go.
I want to say for the negative.
I'm not the one.
For the negative.
He said, hold on. That's the same thing as shut the fuck up. Hold on. I'm not the one. Being old drama-filled queen is what she is, a damn drama-filled queen.
Negative.
I'm not the one.
For the negative viewers, all I want to say is
he wants somebody classy with some talent. Look how she's looking at him. He wants somebody, Robert wants someone classy and someone with some talent, okay? Somebody that can help build him. And you ain't it. You ain't built him in 2.5 years. They want to try to sit here and accuse us of tearing him down. Well, he had a whole older ass woman on his side for the whole 2.5 years, and she ain't did shit to build this man up. You would think that she would have helped him in some type of way, if nothing more than, you know what, let's switch your focus and let's get your focus off of your ex while you over here releasing diss tracks on your ex, telling her, I hope you burn in hell at 3 o'clock in the motherfucking morning. Okay, she was not able to do that for him. I bet you Clover take his mind off of Brianna. Honey, I bet you Clover, I bet you he ain't gonna be subbing Brianna no more, honey. You wanna know why? Because he got somebody to take his mind off of Brianna. His mind is on Clover. Can everybody say hashtag Clover? Clover. Honey, Clover. Clover is who has his mind right now. Clover is who has his interest right now. Clover is the one that has his heart right now. Clover, he's trying to find out a way how he can get to Clover. Baby, honey, I'm trying to tell you what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is what I'm trying to tell you. He is trying to find a way how to smooth talk into falling or having Clover fall for him. Period. I don't think that we're going to hear him out here calling Brianna 130 bitches or us 130 bitches no motherfucking more. Why? Because his mind is on Clover. Clover. Not Miss Season, old hateful ass, okay? Drama-filled queen ass bitch.
negative viewers.
Oh, shit.
I admire how hardworking you guys are. The negative people are the hardest workers.
Oh, let me go back to the beginning. I just really wanted y'all to see that part right here where he basically had to tell her, hold on. Watch it. I'm not the one. I'm not the two. I'm not the three. I'm not the four.
Viewers, all I want to say is to you, negative viewers, you are.
I'm not the one.
He had to tell her, hold on. Ain't nothing classy about that. I love that man.
That's deep. Let's get it clear, okay? It's not a whole healed man. So you can take it as how you want to, baby. I ain't talking about nobody. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. And I ain't finna sugarcoat shit. I'm sorry. I don't give a damn about none of that you're talking about. Trust me. And I can come to this social media and say, and I want y'all to put this in your notes. I mean, I ain't got nothing bad to say. So if that's what y'all waiting on, or you want to know, then there you go.
She said she ain't got nothing bad to say. She is referencing LaTruth. She's not going to come out here and say anything bad to her. And I don't blame her because she's going to get drugged. Y'all already know LaTruth supporters are ruthless, honey. They don't play by him. And she's going to get drugged up and down the highway, the goddamn byway, and the sideway. You hear me? She knows she ain't going to come out. Hell no. She created them monsters. You really think she's going to go for LaTruth's guzzle? Hell no. She know better. LaTruth supporters will eat her for lunch, brunch, and motherfucking dinner. You hear me? Ain't no way she coming out her mouth about LaTruth. So LaTruth supporters, y'all do not have to worry. Miss Season is not going to say anything. She's just going to keep on dropping them little bitty subliminals, okay, about how she was with a narcissist, an emotionally and mental abusive person, but she ain't going to come out and name him, honey. She'll act like it's somebody from 15 years ago, okay? She will not come out about him because she already know what type of time y'all motherfucking crazy asses are on. Okay, thank you, Candy. Maybe these silly women will learn that dragging a male ex will never secure the man. Lesson learned. Okay, that's what she should be out here teaching people. Coming after a man ex is not ideal. He'll look at you as a drama-filled queen, period. Okay, okay, okay.
Baby, I met Robert November, the second week in November 2022. Let me tell you the story in case you don't know. I met Robert. I was doing some promotion for my Miss Lou cooking page.
Now, y'all gonna hear this story right here, and I'm gonna kind of speed up a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go speed it up because she talked too goddamn slow for me. But I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. But however, she met Robert. Supposed to be, she paid him $50 to do a promotion for her. That's where it should have stopped. Business is business. What I tell y'all, don't mix your honey with your. Don't mix your honey with your money, okay? Don't mix your money with your honey. You never supposed to do that. She should have kept it at, I want you to promote me for $50 damn. She saw what happened with Brianna, okay? She saw what happened with Brianna. Brianna reached out to him for promotion and they ended up together, married, right? Well, she reached out to him for promotion, weighed $50 in his face, and she ended up being in his bed for 2.5 years. Her word, not motherfucking mine. You hear me? And didn't get the motherfucking title. So I don't know. I guess she said, well, hell, if Brianna paid for a promotion, I'm going to pay for a promotion and I'll become his next wife. She was never what she was never what LaTruth wanted. Period, point blank. We've been telling her he's not interested in an older ass woman. He's not interested in an older ass woman, but she thought she was that girl. She thought she was that girl. Buki, you've never been that girl. You've never been that girl. You don't even look soft like a little young woman does. Clover she look like a little soft petal, like a little rose. She really do. She looks so useful and pure. That's not that he don't want you to been through the ringer and back. Girl, you got what? Come on. Let's just be honest. Look, ain't nothing soft about her. She look like I'll cuss your ass out in a minute. Just because she didn't don't mean that she won't. Girl, stop. Just stop. Just stop.
And just like Robert,
And this with filters on. This is highly filtrated. Stop playing, girl. Anyway, let's go.
promotions now, the $50 promotions. I sent the $50 for him to promote my page. When I spoke to him, we talked about promoting my page. And then he kind of talks from there that I'm going to speak the truth.
So again,
okay, baby,
you heard how she met him through promotions. She wanted him to promote her page and it went from there. Well, tell me how you think it went from there. It went from a promotion to something else. I love that man. I'll marry that man. I'll be with that man. Forever and ever with that man. Huh? It went from promotions to something else. He was vulnerable. He was leaving out a relationship. With her grown big ass age, she had no business throwing coochie at him so motherfucking soon. Nigga, you think it was gonna be something else? He just wanted, listen, he wanted to be warm. That's all I'm gonna say. He wanted to be warm. Okay, and you was there to keep him warm. Okay, move on. Your job has been fulfilled. Okay, he wants something much youthful. Okay, all right, girl, stop playing.
You said stop trying to act like I'm that girl. You must think I'm that girl. I appreciate that.
No, Miss Season, you thought you was that girl and you're not. You never was. You never was that girl.
Oh. Let me tell y'all what. I want to say one thing to y'all. And this Miss Season to y'all. But Miss B to my friends. I don't give a fuck about what you saying because I'm going to speak the truth every fucking time. Okay? Let's be clear on that. Y'all know that's bad. That's okay. We got to treat ourselves. I'm going to sit here and drink and talk. I had a good time though. I enjoyed myself with y'all. So any more questions before I dismiss and go to my son's game? I'm gonna get back to my man. He's still my man, baby. He's still my, we ain't together, he's mine. Okay. If I move on, he move on. Let me say one more thing before I end this line. If I move on with somebody else, and just say hypothetically, and Robert moves on with somebody else, he's still my man, Because let me tell you what, in these last 2 years and a couple of months, don't nobody know.
I gotta slow it down for this part right here, y'all. I gotta put it on normal for this, honey, because the crackling in her voice when she stated he's still my man. Hold on.
So any more questions before I dismiss and go to my son's game? I'm gonna get back to my man. He's still my man, baby. He's still mine. We ain't together, he's mine. Okay. If I move on and he move on. Let me say one more thing before I end this line. If I move on with somebody else, and just say hypothetically, and Robert moves on with somebody else, he's still my man. Because baby, let me tell you what, in these last 2 years and a couple of months, don't nobody know how me and him was held up in my house, baby, or his house, and how we were in the trenches, okay? How we made a way out of no way, how we connected. So y'all figure that out.
She was like, y'all figure that out, okay? Like, what does that mean? And he still didn't choose you. Don't nobody know how we made a way out of no way. But then why he never put a ring on it? Why he never gave you a title? He even said, I've never been in a relationship with this woman. She was a transaction, is what he said. She was nothing more than business to him. Now, I know it gotta hurt to hear that you thought it was more to where you would marry him, but he never looked at you as marriage material. And I know that has to hurt deeply. It has to hurt deeply. She says, don't nobody know how we was held up in that house. Well, he held up in the house with Clover right now, honey, because ain't he staying the night with her? Somebody says she has a house in Texas and he's at her house. Now, I don't know. Somebody said that he's at the house. I don't even think she made him go get a hotel, baby. So him being held up in the house don't mean shit to him, okay? But he real single now. See, she met him a couple of weeks after his separation from Brianna, okay? He was only separated. Him and Brianna was still having sex when she met him, right? When she met him. But now he real single. He ain't with nobody right now. He's single, Clover single. It looked like two single people getting along to me. That's what it looked like to me. What about the y'all? It looked like two single ass motherfuckers getting along to me, baby. Huh? They don't have no agendas. See, her agendas was let me move Brianna all the way out the way so I can have him to myself. That's what she thought she was doing. Yeah. That's what, she said, was that a hickey on the violinist's neck or a bruise from the violin? Girl, I don't know. I don't want to start making no accusations like that, but baby, who's still giving hickeys these days? I guess that's for them young folks.
2 years and a couple of months, don't nobody know how me and him was held up in my house, baby, or his house, and how we were in the trenches, okay? How we made a way out of no way, how we connected. So y'all figure that out, okay? I would never date a married man.
Now, you remember, this is their first date, right? Well, the first date at this restaurant, I think, right? This is when she starts talking about Brianna. Now, this is what she claimed she was classy. She came right out the bag, dogging and dragging the ex-wife And it wasn't even their ex yet. Even this very day that she's saying this out of her mouth, he is still married to Brianna. He's still married to Brianna. But this holier than now person was able to go to the Bible and pull a scripture out of the Bible to fit her effing narrative. Listen to this.
I would never date a married man or be with a man who has a wife, living with his wife. I would never do that. First. No, he's not married. In the Bible, it says that if a man gives his wife a sign of divorcement, he's already given the sign of divorcement. It's just a technicality at this point. It does say that in the Bible. So maybe you can go look it up. You can Google and
They don't read the Bible. They just
type in the words giving a sign of divorcement. Type that in the Google search and you'll see that it says that if a man gives his wife a sign of divorcement, but you have to understand also that the marriage is ended once the marriage bed has been defiled. And the marriage bed had been defiled many, many months ago. So it wasn't by us. So I don't know other people's business. So one thing you can't talk to me about when it comes to spirituality in the Bible.
She does. Okay, who said that? Shalandra. She does. And wait a minute, hold on. She does, and that's why he ain't with her. She does, and that's why he ain't with her. She talk too much. She talk too damn much. Why she coming out saying all that? That's why he ain't with her. She talk too damn much.
The Google search and you'll see that it says that if a man gives his wife a sign of divorcement, but you have to understand also that the marriage is ended once the marriage bed has been defiled. And the marriage bed had been defiled many, many months ago. So it wasn't by us. So I don't know other people's business. So one thing you can't talk to me about when it comes to spirituality in the Bible, I know the word, I love the Lord. That's not something that you and I, right? You
know
can't.
the word. She actually teaches these things.
You can't. Yeah, the marriage bed was defiled. So when the marriage bed is defiled, as long as you have not gone back to that spouse to sleep with them or have intercourse or whatever you want to, what terms you want to use, then it's over at that point. Right. Exactly. That is in the Bible. Thank you, Minecrafted. And I know the Bible.
The Bible now, yeah.
I've read the Bible from front to back.
Y'all open up a can. Listen, you shouldn't have started.
Right. You know how we doing.
You shouldn't have started with her. Like she's y'all gonna learn.
I know the word.
Y'all gonna learn the word.
Those are things that.
See, y'all thought. See, not only does she cook, garden, and all that, she knows the word.
Well, that's between him. That's his business. But he knows what he wanted to do. So
you understand what I'm saying?
Once the marriage bed is defiled, the marriage is over. Okay.
How many times have she said it? And then she gonna then she have she said it? Yeah, let me go back a little bit. And then she gonna say, now that's his business. He's the one who have to talk about that. Bitch, you already put it out. She didn't already put it out. Have she said that's his business yet? Hold on, let me see where she put his hand on his elbow. She said that's his business, and if he wants to put it out, he can. Girl, you already put it out. That's his business. I'll let him talk about that. Girl, you already done said it.
Yeah, the marriage bed was defiled. So when the marriage bed is defiled, as long as you have not gone back to that spouse to sleep with them or have intercourse or whatever you want to, what terms you want to use, then it's over at that point. Right. Exactly. That is in the Bible. Thank you, Minecrafted. And I know the Bible.
The Bible now, yeah.
I've read the Bible from front to back.
Y'all open up a can. Listen, you shouldn't have started.
Right. You know how we doing.
You shouldn't have started with her. Like y'all gonna learn.
I know the word.
Y'all gonna learn the word.
Those are things that.
See, y'all thought. See, not only does she cook, garden, and all that, she knows the word.
Well, that's between him. That's his business. But
so then she said, that's his business. Girl, you already. How you gonna tell somebody's business and then gonna come back and say, now that's his business? Did she not just say the marriage was defiled, the bed was defiled? She said that based off of what he told her. And then she's gonna turn around and say, well, that's his business. That's his business. I'm not gonna tell his business. I'm gonna let him tell his own business, huh? The Bible said I have a right to sleep with him if I want to, and can't nobody do anything about it because the Bible told me I can, okay? The Bible freed me to sleep with this married man and to pretend that he's not really married because he filed for divorce, which means that he's already divorced. So I can sleep with him and get away with it per God. God said I can.
That's what he wanted to do. So,
You understand?
Oh, yeah, she said,
marriage bed is defiled.
she said he did what he wanted to do, and he still is.
Not only does she cook, garden, and all that, she knows the word.
Well, that's between him. That's his business. But he knows what he wanted to do. So
You understand what I'm saying?
once the marriage bed is defiled, the marriage is over. Okay? Let's keep that in mind. Once the man gives the woman a sign of divorcement, it's
Listen,
over.
go read the Bible. Just go read the Bible.
Those are my last.
To me, it sounds like she's trying to convince him that they're not cheating, that they didn't cheat with each other. She's trying to convince him that what they're doing is biblically okay, spiritually okay.
2 points on that because I don't want to talk about that. That's
That's
not.
it. Just
I
go
don't want to
read
care. I
it.
don't care anything about
Go
that.
read the Bible.
She say, I don't care nothing about it. You talking about
You
it.
need an
Right,
interpreter. Get someone to interpret it for you, okay? All right.
Right. She says, my uncle is a pastor. He said that too. When adultery come about, the marriage is over. Exactly.
Now she's talking about adultery. When and somebody talking about my uncle's a pastor too, like there ain't no bad pastors out there. Like there ain't no lying ass pastors out there. Oh, my uncle was a pastor and he said the same thing that you just said. See, her uncle's a pastor, y'all. You hear that? It's another person, a whole pastor. They just said it's true what I said. They validated me.
For you, okay? All right.
Right. She says, my uncle is a pastor. He said that too. When adultery come about, the marriage is over. Exactly.
What's up, sis? What's going on with you?
Yes, LaTanya. Happy.
When are the negative people gonna
Thank
give up?
you.
This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say for the negative.
I'm not the one.
For the negative.
There you go. Hold on.
All I want to say.
She didn't even get it. She did not get it. Somebody in the comments said that somebody in the comments said that she needs to read the room. She should have. She didn't even get it. She did not get it at all. He did not want her talking about that. He was trying to change the subject many times, right? But she didn't get it. She just kept on running her mouth and running her mouth and running her mouth and running her mouth. What did we say about side chicks? They hate being on the side. She wanted to be out. She wanted to be known. There's a new sheriff in town and it's me. There's a new sheriff in town and it's me. She said, karma will bite you in the ass. Won't it though, Cheryl? Karma will bite your ass off. You hear me? And that's what's happening right now. So that's why I said she's not going to come out and say anything negative about Robert. She can't. She won't. She'll just keep subliminating him. You know what I'm saying? Throwing her subs and this, that, and the other. And she may even try to come out in the next few days and say, we still locked in. We still a couple or whatever the case may be, when we know good and goddamn well that that shit ain't true. Honey, we know these looks when we see it, honey, and it ain't with her ass. It ain't with her ass. In his mind, they were content. They were content in his mind. They were nothing but content, honey. That's what she's not understanding. She thought it was more. He never told her it was more. She did.
Let's keep the conversation going down in the comments and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel and Loud Talkers. Y'all make sure y'all keep it loud out there in these streets. Until next time, bye-bye.